Und damit herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Runde von Fire Emblem Warriors Free Hopes. Wir sind endlich im letzten Kapitel angekommen, aber bevor wir damit anfangen können, wir haben noch ein paar Unterstützungsgespräche, die ich gerne vorher machen würde. Ich weiß nicht, warum es plötzlich so viele sind, aber legen wir einfach mal los.
So it's just no? Not under any circumstances?
It is not up for debate. This is for your own good, Flame.
Hey, you okay, Flame? Why the long face?
My brother has seen fit to forbid me from going out entirely.
Aww.
That doesn't sound unusual for him. But as long as he doesn't know, what's the harm, right?
A fair point, but my brother truly is concerned for my safety. Perhaps...
It does seem like the church has enemies all over the place these days. So I don't know. I think I get where he's coming from.
As you know, my brother and I have lived in remote and secluded places for a very long time. All we had was each other. Then we went to Garrett Mock and suddenly we were surrounded by all these people. I had hoped to make many friends and listen to their countless tales of all the places I hadn't been. But before I got to really know the people at the Officers' Academy...
Everything went all topsy-turvy and the academy had to shut down.
Do you remember when we went into town together to look at the latest fashions? That was so much fun. I was looking forward to going shopping together again, but... Perhaps I should just let the whole thing go.
Och man, arme Flame.
Flame. Don't give up so easily. We're just talking about a little outing here.
Even that would prove tremendously difficult for me. With the church thrown into such chaos, my brother is in a near constant state of agitation. I must not trouble him further by making him worry about me as well.
You're very kind to your brother, Flame. Just remember, it won't always be like this.
You think so?
Absolutely. Wars can't last forever, right? When this war ends and peace returns to Fodlan, taking a shopping trip will be no big deal.
Ja, hoffentlich.
If that is so, then would you be willing to go into town with me again when that day comes?
Of course. I'd be happy to keep you company. Or were you keeping me company? I forgot.
With that to look forward to, it should be no trouble to summon a little patience. It is times like this I am grateful you're not a man.
What? Oh, you mean because of Sedith?
Yes. I'm not sure my brother will permit me to go anywhere with a man, even when the war is over.
He'll never get to know any men if he doesn't. Are you okay with that?
No, but if I do it anyway and he finds out, I'm sure it would be, as I've said, utterly disastrous.
Aha, das glaube ich auch.
Well then, I'll just have to help you sneak out, won't I?
Oh my, would you really do that? I should have known you would be so bold.
Können die arme Flame doch nicht einfach hier sitzen lassen. Kriegen wir schon irgendwie hin. Oh, hier haben wir auch den Arbeitssupport. Sehr schön. Dann haben wir den Dialog auch durch.
I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I tried to kill you.
It's all right. I know that wasn't really you.
Still, the one who did it was a part of me. Literally. You asked me about this before. About some mysterious presence within me.
Ist Sotis nicht eigentlich jetzt auch noch da? So halt in Free Houses hat sie sich ja mehr oder weniger in Luft aufgelöst. Oder ist vielmehr mit Byleth verschmolzen, als sie da in Zaros waren. Aber das ist hier nie passiert. Eigentlich müsste Sotis noch da sein.
That's right.
Well, sorry I couldn't give you a straight answer back then. Arval told me not to tell anyone. That's the name of the presence that was inside my head, by the way. The one that took control of my body and tried to kill you. Or maybe it was someone else entirely. The one that called himself Epimenides.
Arvel and Epimenides, I wonder what manner of beings they are.
Beats me. And it's not like I can just go and ask them now. Honestly, I kinda wish I'd talk to Arval more now that I can't.
That's how these things work, sadly. When you're ready to talk, the person you want to talk to is no longer there.
There's still so much I don't know. Remember how I got trapped inside that void with Dimitri and the others after our fight? That's when Arval used the name Epimenides, and then tried to kill us.
Are Arvel and Epimenides the same being?
I'd like to think they're different, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Epimenides is just Arvel's true identity. I don't know if they were just using me, or if they had some other goal in mind. All I've got are a bunch of mysteries that I'll probably never solve.
I did notice one thing.
What's that?
It was when we were fighting and you were being manipulated. It seemed like Arvel was trying to keep your body from getting hurt. They could have fought more recklessly. I don't see why it would have made a difference to them, but they were making sure you weren't harmed.
Oh.
Seriously, Arvel was protecting me?
Das hat er
It's
immer
just a
getan.
feeling I got. But yes, I think that could have been the case.
I guess Arval's the only one who knows the truth. Or as the Saros folks say, only the goddess knows, right? But hey, thanks for telling me that. Really. It does make me feel better. I've got no choice now but to keep moving forward. Live out the destiny the two of us once shared. Funny, I came here to apologize, but you ended up cheering me up instead. I'll catch you later, okay?
Only the goddess knows, Well, the goddess may have been the one telling you that.
Also so, ich glaube, wir sind hier mit den Supports durch, ne? Der nächste. Alter, dass wir den Support nicht eher hatten. Die zwei sollten einen ziemlich schnellen Wachstumswert haben.
You will take ill if you keep sleeping at your desk.
To do? Oh, I've done it again. Yes, well, thank you for waking me and sparing my poor neck any further damage.
You sounded pained. Is everything all right?
Dreaming of the past again, I fear.
The tragedy?
No, the day I returned to the capital afterward. Do you remember the child who cursed me after my father's funeral?
Yes. I believe he was the son of a knight who fell in Dusker.
He was furious that I would not take revenge on your people, and even more enraged to see you serving as my vassal. He berated me without mercy, demanding I kill you then and there. All I could do was walk away. Everyone desires revenge for that day. Survivors and the dead alike cry out for retribution.
I know, Your Majesty.
I seek to fulfill the duty they have given me, and have never once flinched from it. And yet, to do. If I were mortally wounded and begged with my dying breath for you to avenge me, what would you do?
I would do it, even at the cost of my life.
Und er hat bewiesen, dass er das tun würde in Three Houses.
Forget me and live for your own happiness.
I would regretfully decline. I cannot know happiness without you by my side.
Oh.
I would still seek vengeance, just for my own sake, not yours.
Interesting. And nothing I say to the contrary will change your mind?
Your Majesty, can you not live for your own sake?
My life is not my own. It belongs to my kingdom, my people, and the dead. But had I been born to a different fate, well, perhaps I would have traveled outside Folan with you as a mercenary. Or perhaps I'd be a farmer. I confess the thought does sound rather delightful.
Surely you could still tread those paths.
It was a jest to do. I merely said the first thing that came to mind. I am driven by matters on which I cannot permit myself to yield. I hope you understand that.
Well then, all the more reason to get some proper rest. If work remains, I will aid you. If you have difficulty sleeping, I will lend you my ear. But seeing you slumped over at your desk disturbs me. Every time, I fear death has come for you in the night.
Death will never sneak up on me as long as I remain under your watchful attention.
Your Majesty, please.
Though, if I were to die and leave you alone, the aftermath would be horrendous. I suppose I will heed your advice. Just this once.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Na, der war doch süß, der Support. Wer hat hier? Oh, mit Yuri, da ist Support. Ich hatte ganz vergessen, dass der existiert.
We lost him. Split up and search, boys. Don't let him get away.
They really are a persistent pack of scoundrels.
Someone shot me!
Yuri, over here! Oh, I think we're good. They won't chase us this far. Looks like I was just in time. Are you hurt?
So long as my face is fine, the rest of me doesn't matter. That's the real moneymaker, you know. And I appreciate the save, by the way.
You never change. Anyway, care to tell me why those thugs were after you?
Oh, just a little disagreement among businessmen. Happens all the time.
This is exactly why I said you had to find a different way to make money.
If you're going to lecture me, I'd prefer the arrow you gave my friend back there. Also, if you disagree with my methods, why save me in the first place? You could have left me to reap the consequences of my actions and had one less villain in the world.
I'm not lecturing you because I think you're a villain. I've no right to call you evil anyway. I just don't want to see you endanger yourself.
Sometimes the only way to get anything done is by putting yourself in harm's way. You should know. Or I suppose you wouldn't. What with your being an upstanding knight and all now.
Trust me, I know. I can't forget the past no matter how hard I try. But I still think what you're doing is wrong. Not only are you hurting other people, you're disregarding your own well-being.
I chose this life of my own accord, and I take pride in what I do. If I get hurt in the process, that's just part of the deal. And if I'm caught and the townspeople hurl stones and fruit as I march to my execution, I'll still die with a smile on my face because...
Okay, enough! This is the reason why I can't keep letting you do this!
Meine Güte, das ist ja richtig intens hier.
You want to protect the people important to you, right? Well, I want to make sure you don't end up dead and covered in rotting fruit! So if you still insist on being a reckless fool, I'm going to protect you anyway.
Mann, ich hab Ashe schon nie so wütend erlebt.
Even though it means siding with a filthy villain?
I'm not about to help you commit crimes. And if it looks like you're going to hurt someone, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. I just want to save my friend, okay?
I truly don't get you sometimes. Also, can't believe I'm going to fall for a cornball line like that.
Did you say something, Yuri?
Nothing. Forget it.
Meine Güte, wer hätte gedacht, dass Ashe so wütend werden kann? Ich werde ihn nie wieder unterschätzen. So, wen haben wir hier? Mit der 4. Ein B-Support. Ich wusste gar nicht, dass sie einen haben. Oh, das ist Yuri.
Talking to someone. You seem to be in a good mood, Byrne.
Dorothea! You scared me!
Sorry about that. It just looked like you were enjoying your conversation. That was a man you were talking to, right? He walked away before I could see who it was.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
Oh no? It sure looked like you were getting along well. Who was he, hmm? Is spring finally springing in the heart of my dear Byrne?
No, it's not like that! Do you remember the commoner friend I had once?
You mean the one who vanished from your estate half dead?
Yep. Well, it turns out he's actually alive, and in our army.
That's great, Byrne. A childhood friend, thought past, reunites with his treasured companion amidst the fires of war. A noble daughter and a common lad. A love that knows no social boundaries. This is the perfect plot for an opera.
Yeah, that sounds wait, no, it's not love!
Yes, but if they made it into an opera, that's how it would be portrayed. For example, there's a series of operas known as the Empire of Love, and their latest could be the Bernadetta Saga.
Absolutely not! If that happens, I'll lock myself in my room and melt down the key!
Then I'll have to keep it secret. A shame, though. It's such a lovely story to waste.
It's not a waste! I'm taking it to my grave!
I'm sure you are. Still, I'm glad your friend is all right. Perhaps your father wasn't as cruel to him as wagging tongues would have us believe.
Actually, he says my father was protecting me. I guess someone was trying to kill me, so he had no choice but to kick out my friend.
But if that's the case, doesn't it mean you can patch things up with your father?
Ist Ihr Vater nicht längst tot?
No. My problems with him go way beyond this one incident. I mean, yeah, it seems like there was a bit of a misunderstanding around this one thing. But even if he was protecting me, it wasn't for love. It's more like how a smith protects a valuable tool.
That sounds very much like my father.
It does?
Yes. He tossed my mother aside like some worn-out tool because their child, me, didn't have a crust.
Ein ganz schön langes Supportgespräch, ne?
That's why your situation feels so personal. I really want you to overcome your struggles with everything that happened with your father and find a way to be happy.
But I'm already happy. Really, I am. And it's all because I have friends like you, Dorothea.
Then I can be happy too. Because I have friends like you, Byrne.
Das kam mir jetzt echt lang vor, das Gespräch. Haben wir jetzt alle? Nein, wir haben noch nicht alle. Eins haben wir noch. Und den B-Support werden wir leider nicht mehr schaffen.
Looks like someone beat me here. Hey, Yuritsa.
Schweigsames Kerlchen heute.
You do know we're allies now, right? You could at least say hello.
I suppose.
Talkative as ever, I see. I take it you're here to train?
Yes.
You don't say. Well, this is as good an opportunity as any. Let's say you and I have ourselves a little duel. I've been itching to cross swords with you since we were at Garreg Mach. We never had a chance to cut loose and really fight, did we? They say the way someone wields their blade can tell you who they really are. So come on, show me.
Very well. Draw your sword.
You're not half bad. What? Done already? Things were just getting interesting.
This will not end until one of us dies. I have no reason to fight you. I care not when my life ends. But you do not wish to kill an ally.
That's right. If I cut you down now, I'd never be able to face your sister. We'll have to save the real fight for another time. Let's call this one a draw. Sorry, I'm just glad you were even tougher than I expected. Now I know why you were the weapons instructor. You'll have to teach me something new next time, Professor.
I care not for jokes.
Bad habit, what can I say? It's not every day I get to go up against someone as good as you. I look forward to our next bout. Just not to the death. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks, Yuritsa.
Ein schweigsames Kerlchen, ich sehe schon. Das waren alle, ne? Ja, das waren alle. Aber ich würde sagen, wir machen an dieser Stelle eine Pause. Dann ist das zwar eine etwas kürzere Folge, aber wir sind schon bei 22 Minuten. So halt, ich hätte das letzte Kapitel nach Möglichkeit, das wird ja wahrscheinlich eh ein bisschen länger. So, da hätte ich das dann halt ganz gerne nach Möglichkeit irgendwie zusammen oder so. Und halt, das wäre halt blöd, wir können jetzt vielleicht gerade mal so 10 Minuten da reingehen, da müssten wir halt im Kapitel selber cutten, würde ich doof finden, also machen wir jetzt hier Pause. Sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal wieder. Ich hoffe, ihr seid auch wieder mit dabei. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Tag. Bleibt gesund, bis zum nächsten Mal. Verabschiede ich mich wie immer mit einem Ciao.